Okay, hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. So it has recently come to my attention that we are due for a favorites video, which is so fun. I like to do favorites quarterly, so this is gonna be like my, I don't know, I guess spring, summer. It's at least 3 or 4, probably, yeah, 3 or 4 months ago since I did my last, I don't even remember the last favorites one. I don't even remember which plants were on it or anything. But I've selected some plants that I am just especially loving lately that I like to highlight. I used to do these videos monthly, but over the past year or so, I've decided to do them quarterly because it just feels a little less repetitive that way. And yeah, I get more excited to do them when they're not as frequent. So I have selected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plants to show you today, and I feel like I have a pretty good selection, so let's just jump into it. Okay, so the first plant on my list is my Hoya Matilda. I actually have both of my Hoya Matildas, just Hoya Matilda in general, all the Hoya Matildas in the household. Here's the other one, sneaky peeky of why these are on my favorites. I'm gonna set this one down for a second. I will show it to you after though. So this is my green Hoya Matilda. I mean, she has a bit of splash, but this is just like if you buy a regular Hoya Matilda, that's what this one is. And I've had this for at least 5 years now. I got it in like 2019, 2020-ish as a small cutting. I rooted it, grew it out, and this is one of my first Hoyas that I ever got. I was so excited about it because of the foliage. I used to really only consider foliage when I bought Hoyas because I was so new to plants that I didn't really have expectations for flowers, I guess. So yeah, I got it for the foliage, and I love Hoya Matilda foliage so much. If you didn't know, this is a hybrid of Hoya carnosa and Hoya serpens, so you get a really hardy plant with the more round leaf shape from the serpens, which is really fun. And I've always kind of grown this plant in lower lighting conditions. It's always just been one that I enjoy having because of its nice dark round foliage. It's very lush, very beautiful, and yeah, it's always just been like hanging out. But over the past few months, I have had it growing on my Visto shelf under my Barina lights, and I think that that's the first time in a long time, at least. Or no, that's not true. I did grow this Hoya under grow lights in my last place, which was only a couple of years ago. Anyways, over the past couple of years since I've lived here, this plant has been getting very, very minimal light. So when I moved it under the Barinas, all of a sudden I got a peduncle, and I was like, wait, is this plant actually gonna bloom for me? Like, I've had it for so many years and it's never, like, it's always put out so many peduncles but never any flowers. So I was like, is this actually gonna happen? And then the peduncle kept maturing and maturing and maturing, and I was like, wait, I think I'm actually gonna get flowers. Like, how cool would that be? And it happened, y'all. It happened like 5 or 6 years into growing this plant, and I finally got flowers. Like, how incredible is that? And they are, I literally gasped when I saw that these opened because they are just so stunning. First of all, they're huge. Yeah, like really, really good size Hoya flower. They are so beautiful. They are like fuzzy and smell a little bit like cat pee, but that's okay. The flowers honestly aren't bad. I've had so many comments of people saying that Hoya Matilda flowers smell awful. They remind me of something that blooms in the spring that has like a stinky, like, you know when you go outside in the spring and there's a stinky bloom happening? I don't know what tree it's from, but some trees have this scent, and it's like, yeah, a little musty, but also with like a floral, like also very floral undertone. I don't know. Anyways, I smelled it right away when I saw that it opened because I was so curious of what it was going to smell like. So yeah, I'm just over the moon that this has flowered for me. I think that that is just phenomenal. So gorgeous. This has definitely become one of my favorite Hoya flowers. I just absolutely love it. So yeah, I've just been obsessed with this plant lately. I only have the one set of flowers on this one currently. I don't really see any other peduncles that look like super active or anything, but it's so crazy. This has only been under the Barina lights for like a few months, and it's flowered for me. So yeah, that's really cool. I have been really on top of my fertilizer as well, and I've added kelpie into my fertilizing routine, and I've always heard really great things about kelp fertilizers. So I feel like that has been contributing to so many of my Hoya flowering lately. And then of course we have my Silver Matilda, which is also one of my favorites because we have a flower. I can't believe these are both flowering at the same time. It is so crazy. This one just opened yesterday. Let me grab it for you. So these ones are a little bit more fresh. Oops. Like, how immaculate is that? I can't believe it. I actually can't believe how beautiful these are. Oh my goodness. Like, look at that. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? So this is my Silver Matilda. So it has the silver foliage, but same plant. This one is grown in my south facing window, so it gets a lot of natural light, and I've only had this plant for a year. This is from Natasha from Planted in Platinum. Yeah, I've only had it for a year, so this definitely has flowered so much faster for me than my other one because it's getting so much light and heat and everything. We also have another set right here that hasn't opened yet. Sorry, I'm trying to hide my face so this focuses. That hasn't opened yet, but it is on its way. These did take a long time to open. Like, I felt like I was watching them for weeks, and then it was the shock of my life when they finally did. These ones are lighter. Like, they're more white than the of course this doesn't want to focus again, but you've seen both of them. They're more white, probably just because of the different lighting conditions. But it's really interesting to look at them side by side because the green Matilda that's grown on the Vitjo shelf has more of like a green or yellow tint to the flowers, whereas these ones are more of like a really snowy white. So it is a Hoya Matilda month over here, and I am living for it. Okay, I should have set up to film in a less cramped spot, but we will make it work. So the next plant on my list is the Thai pink lipstick plant, or the Aeschylanthus radicans Thai pink. Is that what it's called? Thai pink lipstick is the common name. So this plant I used to have growing in my south facing window. It got really big and bushy, bloomed a ton, looked amazing, and then it was just drying out way too much. It started dropping a bunch of leaves. I ended up propagating, and this is what my propagation has turned into less than a year later, which is quite crazy. This is truly one of my fastest growing plants. It's insane how quickly it will fill in, and I've also taken a couple of cuttings from this plant as well, and it's already flowered for me this year. So yeah, she is doing absolutely incredible. Obviously is in a Wally Grow planter. She's potted directly in it, planted directly in it, and this plant gets light from my Soltac Highland track light. And the reason that I wanted to put this one on my plant wall is because I love the way that the foliage looks on the Thai pink. It just, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it cascades really nicely. It just looks very satisfying. Like, I really, really love the leaves on this plant and how, like, organized they look. I don't know how to explain it, if that makes any sense. But I wasn't really getting to appreciate the effect of the foliage when it was growing in the window because the leaves wanted to turn towards the window, so I was mostly just seeing the backs of them. But with this mounted on the wall and the light shining onto it, they're all facing forward, and it is just exactly what I was envisioning. And now that it's really starting to fill out, it is just turning into my dream plant. So yeah, I'm obsessed with this lately. Tons of new growth coming in. As you can see, we have all these crazy arms on the side. Now, something that I will say about this plant is that it is extremely thirsty. This is definitely my thirstiest plant that I have on the wall. Like, it will fool you because it looks like a more succulent plant, but no, she is so thirsty and she will drop leaves as soon as she is underwatered. So you do have to be on top of this one. But other than that, it's really easy going, and it's just so beautiful. It gives the cutest pink blooms. I just love this one so much. If you are looking for a lipstick plant or just a nice trailing plant that flowers beautifully in the spring, then I highly, highly recommend this one. But yeah, it's just looking so good and I'm enjoying it so much. Like, I feel like when I switched out the Wally Grows in the bedroom, I was kind of regretting it, like a little bit disappointed with how it was looking, even though I knew I was gonna have to wait for everything to fill in and start looking nicer. And now I feel like I'm finally seeing my vision come to fruition. However, we did just take the monkey tail down last week, so I'm gonna need to put another plant in that one spot. So there is an empty space right now, but I will get that filled in. Also, look at the size of some of these leaves. Like, they are huge. I was not getting this big of leaves when it was just growing. Uh-oh, this does drop leaves easily. I was not getting this big of leaves when it was growing in my window and getting underwatered. So yeah, the setup that I have this in right now, it is loving. Anyways, that was number 2, my Thai pink lipstick. Okay, I always have to move the camera up and down because I need to change the way that I'm sitting. So that's why it's moving. But the next plant is one that we completely chopped up in the winter time. And I grew it back from corms because the mother plant got so infested with mealybugs. I was over it. She needed to go, and I knew that I could get some babies from her. And they have been growing out. They look amazing. And that is my Alocasia Frydeck. Like, look at this. Look at these. Oh my gosh, that all white leaf. Okay, not great, but hopefully, I mean, I have 4 of these, so honestly, I'm not too worried. Anyways, yeah, this is my Alocasia Frydeck, and this one, there's 2 plants in here in soil, and they have been doing really well. They look super cute, super healthy. They have adjusted from corm life to like regular planted plant life. This doesn't make any sense. I feel like this white leaf is like throwing off the exposure of my camera right now, but yeah, this plant has been doing so well, and I'm just so glad to have Alocasia Frydeck back in the building because this is one of my favorite, not only alocasia, but one of my favorite just plants of all time. It is so stunning, and yeah, I couldn't not have it in my collection. So we're back. This is a new leaf right here. Look how cutie that is. Like, the variegation is stunning. Okay, it's a little curled, but she's young yet, okay? And then I also have 2 more of the corms planted in leca, which this is my first time growing this plant in leca. It's actually funny because this plant was absolutely thriving in pond for me, the mother plant, before the mealies thing happened. And I've gone and planted the babies in soil and in leca. I don't know why I don't have any of these in pond because I know that this plant loves pond, but I guess leca is close enough. So here is one of them. Look at how big this leaf is, like from a corm. That's kind of crazy. And then here is the other one. This is more the size that I would expect for like a first leaf from a corm. But yeah, they're so cute in here. I think that they're doing okay. They seem very happy. Like I said, this is gonna be my first time growing these in leca, so we'll kind of see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really excited about these. I think that they all look super good, and I'm glad that I have another opportunity to grow this plant out. Oh my gosh, we have a baby leaf coming in on this one. How cutie. Yeah, I can't wait. Super excited about this one. Alocasia is definitely a genus that has really been challenging me over the past year. I feel like I used to do better with them than I do now. I don't know why that is. I used to have so many that were thriving. Like my dragon scale was huge. I had a massive Alocasia Jacqueline, and then they all kind of tanked on me. So I don't know what that's about, but we are figuring it out, and I am going to keep trying with them because I love Alocasia so much. I think that they are some of the most beautiful houseplants out there, and they're kind of worth the trouble. Okay, this one is definitely huge. Can you even see the whole thing? I'm gonna have to move the camera. Okay, you're on the couch now. Hopefully this is gonna work. So this is my philodendron Jose Bueno, and it has been doing so well, and the leaves have been sizing up, and I feel like I've just really been appreciating this plant because number one, it is so easygoing. I've talked about this in the past. If you're looking for a variegated philodendron that's not gonna revert on you and cause you all of that drama, because I'm so over plants that revert, like epipremnum, philodendron, monstera. Like, I have fought the variegation battle for years now and I'm kind of getting over it. So it's just a nice change of pace when you don't have to worry about that with a philodendron. So yeah, this one is just so beautiful. The variegation comes in really creamy and then it fades down to more of a minty green, which I think is really nice, honestly. And then you don't have as many problems with browning and stuff like that. Like, I barely do anything to keep this plant looking good, but it is still just living its best life. And look at this new leaf that is coming in right now. It is like almost entirely variegated from what I can see, but this is going to fade to a nice minty green and it's not just gonna brown and fall off the plant, you know? So yeah, I love it so much. The Jose Bono is just, it's such a hardy plant, very beginner friendly. I definitely recommend it. If you're wanting to get into climbing plants, yeah, this is just such a great option for anybody, honestly. I just love this plant so much and I feel like it really doesn't get that much love. So let me know if you have this one and if you love it as much as I do, because I don't know, I just don't see people hyping this one up as much as it deserves to be. This is one that was really high up on my wish list and it has not disappointed me at all. I need to extend the pole soon though. It is like at the very top of it, which means I might have to find a new spot for it because I don't know if it's gonna fit back on the wall. Yeah, this gets like minimal natural light. I would say like low light, maybe medium, but really it's not bright at all. Like, I'm looking at that spot on the wall right now and it looks just very low light. I guess it depends on the time of year and the weather, but it's not blasted with light by any means and it still does super well. So yeah, philodendron Jose Bono. Okay, I truly apologize because I feel like I put this plant in every favorites video because it always has a new leaf whenever I'm filming a favorites video. I don't know how that works, but that's what it feels like at least. So this beast right here, this is actually insane how big this is. Are you guys seeing this? It's not even in front of me. Like, you know how some people put a plant in front of them to make it look huge? I'm literally right beside this plant. This is actually how big it is. Like, I can't believe this is just growing in my house. This is my Antherium, magnificum, wait, crystallinum and magnificum. That's one hybrid, hybridized with luxurian, crystal mag and luxurians. So yeah, this, I mean, she speaks for herself. So dark and oil spilly and gothic looking, so textured. I just am in awe of this plant. Like, it is truly amazing. The colors, like, I don't know how much picks up on camera, but in person this has blues and purples and it's just so reflective and incredible. Like, it truly is an astonishing plant. I cannot recommend this hybrid enough. This has been my favorite for years now. I mean, I've only had it for like 3 years and I grew it from a tiny seedling. So yeah, it's just wild how much growth, like how big it's grown in that short amount of time. But yeah, this is the newest leaf, of course, and I truly do nothing special for this plant. In fact, it is probably highly due for a repot. Let's take a look. Yeah, definitely looks due for a, well, actually it's not even that bad. It's not even that bad, although it looks a little dry, which is interesting because I just watered this morning, so maybe I did not water enough. Might have to give it another drink after I'm done filming here. I mean, there definitely are roots, but it's not like too cramped in there, surprisingly. I got this from North Shore Tropicals and she was mentioning to me when we spoke a couple of weeks ago that she's considering making this hybrid again, so I'll definitely let y'all know if she ever is selling them again. Anyways, yeah, truly the queen of the household right now. Like, yeah, this is just wild. Okay, next I have a smaller Hoya. This is my Hoya bertonier variegated, and I am in love with this Hoya, and I just recently took it out of the cabinet because I don't really know why I took it out, honestly. It didn't really outgrow the cabinet or anything like that. I just wanted to put it somewhere different to maybe be able to appreciate it a little bit more. So I have it living on the calyx now, and it's getting natural light. But this Hoya is just so cute. Like, the texture of it, it's fuzzy and it has a very matte look to the leaves, and then has just beautiful variegation. I wish that these leaves were, I guess these ones are fresh, so you can see the pink there, but the variegation comes in super pink, which is so cute. Like, look at that. It's kind of dark right now because it's super gloomy outside, but I love the coloring of this Hoya. I love the texture of it. It seems very easygoing, and this has really cute blooms as well. This one has obviously never flowered for me before, but hopefully someday. I'm actually thinking of propagating this Hoya because I want to, one, fill out the pot, and two, I'm kind of considering having a second plant of this in the home, just because, I don't know, some Hoya, it's usually Hoya, like my linearis, that I will do doubles of. Some plants I do like having a second one, especially when there's something small like this. Like, I could easily just pop this on a shelf somewhere, which is probably what I'll end up doing. But yeah, I don't know, I just love this Hoya. This is also very easy to find. These are popping up, at least here. It's obviously different where, like, in different parts of the world, but these are popping up in Home Depot, like big box stores. You can grab these for super cheap, which is nice. So yeah, I just thought that I would highlight it because, you know, very nice when plants are just easy to go pick up for a few dollars. And I think that this is a really cool one that's definitely worth your time and your money. So yeah, Hoya bertonier, variegated. It's doing well after coming out of the cabinet, but I will definitely keep y'all updated on its growth. Hopefully it just continues to do its thing, and eventually I will have a nice full pot of this. Okay, so the next one on my list is actually my Marble Queen Pothos, who is right here behind me. Let me raise you up a little bit. So this is her newest leaf, which I am shook at. Like, look at the size of this. I know that this plant can get a lot bigger than this, but this is the biggest leaf that she's ever given me, and it's just so incredible how the just regular Marble Queen that you see at the big box store can turn into something as incredible as this when it's grown climbing. I feel like this is just such a fun, like, if you're a little bit bored of your Marble Queen or your golden pothos or whatever it is, try growing it climbing, because it is so rewarding, so fun, and it just like blows all the colors up. It's like a painting. Like, you can appreciate all of them so much because it's so much bigger, all of the details in here. There's so many different shades of green and cream, super minty spots. Like, it is just so incredible to see, and also so easy to get this to climb. Like, epipremnum truly just want to climb. They will like completely flatten themselves against the moss pole and just put out a million aerial roots. I actually just extended this in a plant vlog that will be coming in the next, I don't know, couple of weeks. But yeah, it's doing great, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm so happy with this one. I think that it looks so cool displayed in the living room here. I actually have my vertical grow light in front of it lately because I'm trying to get the leaves all face out nicely again, because it was really starting to go towards the window, and all of the leaves, well, I mean, they still are like facing up like that, so I'm trying to get them to face out, because they were for a while, but then I started just using natural light, and that's when I started running into trouble. But yeah, just such a cool plant. I do also have the Gisenia pothos growing down here as well, but it hasn't really taken off for me yet. It's trying to grow. Oh my gosh, it's too. If you can see this right here, these leaves are Gisenia pothos, so it is still growing, but it's just not doing anything too crazy yet. But eventually I would love to have the Gisenia and the Marble Queen growing up one pole. I think that that would be really cool. But yeah, I've just been loving this one so much, so I had to highlight it. Okay, so next I have another antherium, which is kind of crazy because I'm not the biggest antherium person, although they have been growing on me lately. And this is one of my favorite ones. Well, it's become one of my favorite ones over the past, like, 6 months since it really started sizing up for me, and that is my Antherium Dorayaki Silver Red Crystal Hybrid. So this is a new leaf that it's just put out, which is why it's on my favorites, because first of all, this thing puts out so many new leaves. It's kind of crazy. I mean, you can't really tell right now. It's kind of facing a bunch of different directions too, because it's on my calyx, so it technically gets light from in front of it and behind it, because there's like the 2 windows and then the calyx is in the middle, which is kind of annoying. And maybe I will move it somewhere where it's, you know, where the leaves all start facing out. This is a problem I've been having lately, and I was talking about it in the plant vlog that I'm currently filming right now. Struggling with giving plants a light source from the front so that the leaves like face out nicely. But anyways, this is the newest leaf, and it's not perfect, but I've kind of just accepted that a lot of the times Antherium leaves especially just are not going to be perfect, and it just is what it is. It is still beautiful. And yeah, I really don't mind that much, and it is really minor on this one as well. There's just a few little nicks in it. This was the last one that it put out, which actually was perfect until I put my scissors through it down here, which was very annoying. But just look at this plant, like the dark green with the super chunky silver veins. I think that it is so beautiful. We also have 2 inflows. Oh my gosh, that one has pollen. Oh my gosh, should I collect it? I just like knocked a bunch off. 2 inflows. I breathed on it and it flew off. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna collect it. I've been collecting pollen. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I've been collecting. I mean, that's dramatic. I've literally collected it from one of my plants, but, and I put it in the freezer. Save it for a rainy day, I guess. But anyways, yeah, Antherium Dorayaki Silver Red Crystal Hybrid just has super stunning leaves, and I love it so much. I am going to grab that pollen quickly, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so some great news in the collection. My philodendron silver sword variegated seems to finally be getting in its groove and growing for me, and it is looking absolutely stunning. Yes, my love bear. Yes, my love bear. Do you need to go potty? Okay, we're gonna do a quick potty break, and then we'll talk about philodendron silver sword. Okay, so my silver sword, this had really struggled for, I don't know, a good while. Honestly, I've almost had this for a year now, which is crazy because it's not looking that great. But I feel like we are finally, you know, making some progress here. You can see that the leaf size is finally getting a little bit bigger with this one right here, and yeah, it's looking a little just, I don't know, weird. So I think that this is really benefiting from warmer temperatures, because I feel like that's the main thing that has changed. I did move it into the window, so it's now getting natural light, so high light, warmer temperatures, and yeah, I don't know, I guess it's enjoying that. But I just love the colors on this so much. Like, oh my gosh, that creamy variegation with the minty green. It is so pretty. I was having a lot of problems in the past with it browning off, as you can see, but the new leaves are looking good, thankfully. And yeah, this is also Polaroid variegation, which is really fun. So you can't really see the variegation until it like has to set in and develop. Sorry, the focus went funky there for a sec. Has to develop over time, so yeah, you get to slowly see it come in, which is always just kind of entertaining to watch. You don't know what you're gonna get. And yeah, I feel like this is just the first time that I felt like, okay, this plant is actually doing well right now, which is a good feeling, because this has been my #1 wish list plant since like 2020, when I fell in love with the original silver sword, which low-key I'm thinking about bringing back into my collection, because I don't know, this one doesn't seem like it's gonna be huge anytime soon, so maybe I should get the regular one just to have. But yeah, silver sword update. I haven't even talked about this a lot because I just haven't had much to say since it's just been like chilling, not doing much. Maybe I should have put it in soil. If I ever chop this, I'll probably try cuttings in soil and leca because it's in pond right now, so I want to experiment and just see what it likes best. But yeah, this one is doing well right now, which is really exciting. Okay, and then the last plant is my Hoya Wilbur Graves. I can't not mention this one because it is just looking so beautiful. And not only is the foliage looking amazing, I've recently moved this from the bedroom to the Vitcho shelf. Also, there may be some mealies on here, so don't mind that if you see any. I don't think it's been bad for mealies lately, but they definitely could still be lurking on here. Anyways, not only is this plant just looking amazing, I moved it from the bedroom to the Vitcho shelf. I can appreciate it more now because it's like below eye level, so I'm looking down on it and I can just see its lusciousness, you know? So not only is it just looking so good, it is also preparing to bloom, which how crazy is that? Oh my gosh, doesn't want to focus, of course. I mean, there's not much to see because they're not open yet, but I always just think that carnosa varieties are gonna take like 5 years to get to bloom because my Hoya Crimson Queen took literally so long, and I feel like that is kind of a Hoya carnosa thing for them to take long, and I've only had this for, well, I guess I've had it for a few years now, have I? When did I get this? I feel like it's been a good few years because, well, 2 to 3, because I got this in my last place and I've lived here for 2 years now, so between 2 and 3 years I think I've had this. Maybe closer to 3, honestly, so maybe it is due time for it to bloom, but I'm still surprised. It still feels soon, and this is just such a cool plant foliage wise. It just, I don't know, it's always kind of, it feels like a bonus that it's blooming. Like, I'm like, you don't have to do that, like, you're good, but he's still doing it. So yeah, that's really exciting. I can't wait to see what these are gonna look like. Are they just gonna be like regular carnosa blooms, or are they gonna be different? I don't know. I'm assuming they're just gonna be like carnosa blooms, but I'm still excited to see them, and I love carnosa flowers, so that works for me. But yeah, this is just such a cool plant. It's so easygoing. I feel like mine has really good genetics. Like, it's just super silver, and then the green parts that it has are a really dark green, so it's super contrasty. And yeah, I love it so much. But of course, it is extra catching my attention right now because of the flowers that we have coming in, so I can't wait to update y'all when they do open. That will be very exciting. Okay, honorable mention, just super quick. I know I've been talking about pings so much lately, but I can't not mention pings because I have been so obsessed with them lately and I can't shut up about them. But these are some of my newest ones. My Malibu Barbie, Raspberry Blonde, and Johanna. Those are some of my absolute wish list pings that I'm so excited about. So yeah, they're all settling in well. Just a quick little update. They look amazing, and I can't. Okay, my battery died, which is hilarious because even my camera is like, shut up. But yeah, all those pings are settling in really well, and yeah, all the carnivorous plants are actually doing great. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. It's always fun just doing a good old-fashioned favorites video, just highlighting some plants that I am absolutely obsessed with lately. So I really hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know down below, or just say hi, hello. I would love to hear from you. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!